Happening right now, people in Washington state are dealing with more rain as rivers continue to rise and some spilling over their banks. I'm Clinton Griffiths. Earlier this week, people living near a breached levee near the White River in Pacific Washington were told to evacuate. Meanwhile, crews used sandbags to shore up an earthen levee south of Seattle after a section of it failed after a week of heavy rains. Now, all of these downpours triggered by a string of atmospheric river storms. Now, they are caused by currents of dense moisture that draw strength from the ocean and then sweep over the Pacific Northwest. In some areas, catching a break from those heavy rains, the long and dirty work of recovery and cleanup begins. Now for Sandy Froning and her son, who run a small dairy farm on the banks of the Skykomish River, flooding is nothing new.
We've been through a lot of floods. This is not our first rodeo, but this is probably the most tree damage and mud we've ever had.
Froning says the water rose more than 6.5 feet, swamping their fields and her basement and threatening this family's livelihood. Now they say they were able to move their cows to higher ground just in time, but when the water finally dropped, it left behind thick mud, debris, and a lot of work. For 2 days in a row, neighbors and even strangers showed up to help.
Just like anybody in need, when there's something that happens, you want to show up for them. There's so much cleanup that has to be done.
With the stalls cleared out, they were able to bring the cows back, letting Froning breathe a sigh of relief. And volunteers also helping rescue animals at Brisket Farm, which is a historic farm in Kent, Washington, just south of Seattle. Now, Care for Life posting these pictures and videos on Facebook saying it rescued pigs, cows, donkeys, goats, draft horses, along with a cat and birds from that farm. The farm saying on Facebook that early Friday morning, without warning, a flood threatened the lives of more than 30 animals. Now, they say without volunteers, their animals would have lost their lives. They add that the 14-hour evacuation process was grueling, with water rising to chest level, and some livestock had to swim to safety.